So, hello, welcome back, people of the world. I want to talk about how you measure virus sizes, okay? The correct way of doing it, this normal, is to use something called Svedberg units. Svedberg, which is given symbol S, which is a measure of how a virus is diffused through water. But I'm not going to talk about this because it's too complicated for these videos, okay? So it's to do with centrifugation. So I'm going to talk instead about a slightly more interesting way of looking at it, which is in this table you got the virus, you got the lengths of the RNA, DNA, the diameters of the capsids, the protein coats, and the number of genes they have. Okay, this is more fun, and it's a good way of doing things as well. It's just not Svedberg's. So the coronavirus, COVID, is about 85 nanometers across its capsid diameter, its coat, about 29,000 nucleotides. Okay, the nucleotide is base pentosphosphate sugar. Okay, not the base pairs as in the other one. That's RNA. Okay, and it's about 12 genes. It's similar, in fact, to flu. A similar kind of diameter flu, 80 to 120 nanometers. It has longer length of RNA than flu, but that totals about 12,000, I think, if you add it all up. There's 8 strands of around about 800, 900 to about 2,340, and 12 genes, similar number of genes. So flu and coronavirus are actually similar. Ebola is actually not hugely different either. It's very long and thin, up to about 14,000 nanometers, average about 900 times 80. About 18 to about 19,000 nucleotides. That's 18,000 to 19,000. It's quite long, and it's 7 genes. The rhinovirus that causes colds is quite small, 30 nanometers, about 7,200, 8,500 nucleotides. It's RNA, and this means one gene makes 11 proteins. Okay. High grade students and A-level students will learn about alternative splicing of RNA. This is a situation where one single gene can be made into 11 different proteins. That's 3 genes be made into 4 proteins. That's the Q beta virus that infect bacteria. That's very tiny. 4,200 nucleotides, 20 nanometers. HIV is similar to coronavirus. It's 120 nanometers, 9,800 nucleotides, or approximately, and 9 genes. This is the Avocado Virus, the world's tiniest virus I told you about. It's a piece of RNA. There are actually lots of viruses that infect lots of different plant species, but this is the avocado one. It doesn't have a diameter because it's just a piece of RNA, single strand. So RNA is a single strand, and the DNA is 2 strands intertwined, double helix. Okay, so that's double strand. That's where you get the base pairs. This is where you get the nucleotides. Okay. So the avocado is 246 to 250 nucleotides, and there's no genes at all. These are the world's biggest virus, called Mimian Pandora. They are hundreds of nanometers, up to 1,000 nanometers long. They have literally millions of base pairs. That's got 2.5 million, that's got 1.1 million, and they've got thousands of genes. That's got nearly 1,000, and that's got 2,500. Okay, so yeah. This is an interesting way of looking at them as well. If you're studying genetics, biochemistry, you'd have to learn a lot of this and memorize it. But you get to know these numbers if you're working with them all the time anyway. So, yeah, have fun and cheers.